It's like a V8 truck stream. You know what I mean? Are we live on YouTube? We're live on YouTube. Hell yeah. Hell yes. Pull up the screen. Pull up the screen. Pull up the screen. Pull up this screen. Where are we at on this video game? Yesterday, we put in the spectator / dead state. Yes. Very good. Very good. Still needs some work, some UI work and whatnot, but we'll get there at some point. For now, the bare minimum works. You can respawn. If all of the players die, then the server world resets. The game world resets. We'll have to test all of that stuff. We have a lot of things we need to test. There are many things to test here. Many things. Many a things. Mm-hmm. Yes. A lot of things we need to replicate as well that we have not gotten to. Bomb guy needs to be replicated. Yeah, bomb guy. Oh, sorry, I gotta lower the music. I'm sorry. Listen, reduce the jamming. Next playtest, it would be nice to have the quota rework, but we shall hold off on that. You're not 80. How's it going? I saw that there was a bunch of games revealed, and apparently a 2D train friendslop game got revealed, except it's literally just the same fucking loop where the train just brings you to dungeons. So, honestly, I am not concerned. Not concerned. It's just another game where you go from dungeon to dungeon. It's just, instead of you being on a spaceship, you're on a train. Am I live on YouTube? I am. Earliest live on YouTube ever. Yeah, a lot of games got revealed. Valor Mortis, been looking forward to that. Alcahest apparently got. Did he get a new trailer? Did he get a new trailer? I think this is the new trailer. Apparently gameplay trailer. Where's the gameplay? Chat, anybody see the gameplay? This game I'm looking forward to seeing more of. Redeemed 5 push-ups already. Man. How was a pizza yesterday? Or a taco? I didn't get tacos. I got... What did I eat yesterday? I ate leftovers. Yeah. Do 10? How about you do 10? What do you think about that? Oh, there's a timer. Yep. Nice one. Your habitat. How's the game going? It's going okay. It's going okay. We're getting through some of the big pieces of the game. Oh yeah, I added I added an employee key card. His name is Jeffrey B. Good. He's a part of the unique personnel train personnel. I didn't really think that one through. Unique person train personnel. Yeah, that's it. So we got a little badge. We did the spectator stuff yesterday and the death stuff, but we still have a lot of little loose ends that we need to figure out from a gameplay loop standpoint. Like, obviously the monsters are going to help a lot, but yeah, we're gonna have to figure out ways of making, like, obviously there's still a lot to do, right? It's still very early on, but the game is still missing some pieces that make it... If I jump, is he gonna wake up? Oh, great. He's stuck. We're missing some pieces that make it... Sorry, I just died for a second. That make it, like, really enticing. There's a couple ideas of, like, things that we could do. Did I record sound effects too? Yes, I did, yeah. Like, obviously there's a lot of things that still need to be put together in the project, but yeah, there's a couple things that obviously the gameplay loop is still not fully fulfilled yet, which is funny considering that we're like 4 months into the game. Exploration is going to be a very tricky one because it's quite linear in nature. It's not like you can necessarily get lost. Not that I think that's a necessity for a game like this, but yeah, we don't have as many freedoms as, say, you know, Lethal Company and whatnot, where you just kind of get lost in a dungeon of sorts. So yeah, biggest one is the gameplay loop right now, though, because right now it feels like you just go ahead, grab items, bring it to the front of the train, which is a lot of back and forth kind of gameplay. And that, I think we need to find ways of... Obviously, the monsters will help, but it'll still be back and forth gameplay at the end of the day. So... yeah, we'll have to figure out... what we end up doing. What do you want the major focus to be? Maintaining the train, basically. That is, at the end of the day, the major quote of the game's loop, which is maintain the train, right? So that means, yeah, getting items and feeding it to... Sponge fell through the world. You know, feeding stuff to the engine, but... yeah. Of course, the side jobs will be a nice thing to have as well. Yeah, it's gonna be interesting putting all these pieces together to formulate a fun and challenging gameplay loop. But at the end of the day, the big thing is make it fun with players. We want to add some element of meta progression or progression. Even though it is kind of a roguelite, we kind of want to have some element of progression. I think would be very good. Yeah. Golden. I got started quickly on some... I'll show you guys what I worked on last night off stream, just to kind of whip something together. Just so we have some stuff for the Steam page. I got a quick little capsule header. Got the train in the back with a little guy in the back there. I think what I might want to do is actually retake this shot and have 4 people in the front. Maybe even someone on the side of the train or something. I feel like it could be fun. We got a little side shot of the train here. Got his badge. So just kind of like a fun thing there. Can barely see the guy in the train. Yeah, I think I want to make it so we can see more of the guys, but it'll at least be a good temp art for now. I do think we need like 4 different guys with different colors though. I think we definitely want to get like 4 different guys with different colors. But this whole logo is going to get changed anyways because I have my siblings who do a design company are going to make a whole logo and everything, and yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll see how that goes. They're also going to work on the employee handbook, and then they're going to work on some propaganda posters, which should be very like Loki-esque kind of vibe. And then the company logo, they're going to be doing stuff like that. So we should see some pretty saucy stuff getting in the game, which should be cool. Yes, turn off the lyrical music. What is that? What is that? A crumb? What is that? It's a crumb. I gotta clean my microphone. This thing's disgusting. I've had this thing for like 8 years. It's all dusty and everything. I've definitely inhaled a lot of dust. My big ass schnauzer vacuum nose. Yeah, right now the gameplay loop. Yeah, I know it has issues for sure. I think we have some of like the core stuff down, like handling physics and stuff like that. It's just a basis of putting it all together in a coherent way that's like fun. Of course, the quota system will change a little bit. And various stuff. Add an inhaler to the game to run faster. We'll have energy drinks and stuff. That'll be in the game. We do have energy drinks as a planned thing. So we'll have usable items. Or like drinkable items. Usable, edible items. Let's take a look real quick at the master plan. Where is the master plan? Where are you, master plan? The master plan for the proof of concept. Functional VoIP is yellow because I'm not 100% certain if it works fully. Does it? Did I put that button in where you can click V and it shows test? Hello? Testing? Oh, it does work. Hello? It's me. Am I going to be working on environments more, or is it going to be one tunnel and meadows? There's going to be more stuff for sure. I just haven't had the chance to work on that yet. Like, we're going to have different biomes that then have different environmental hazards to them. So the snowy area will occasionally have blizzards, and if you're outside for too long during the blizzard, you'll turn into an ice cube and, you know, stuff like that, right? So there's definitely some plans for all of that. Definitely some plans for all of that. So, 3 monsters. Still got to do a few more monsters. We had 2 monster ideas that we added to the list that were kind of more simpler, right? Oh, the werewolf, and then the cyclops, and then of course employee 233. Slashes players and can runs on 4 legs. Upon aggro, it'll unleash a loud scream that reduces player vision range for 30 seconds. Should I just model like a character that looks like a werewolf? And then, or should I just like I should just get like a 2D image of a werewolf or something, and then just use that for now, as the werewolf. Or a capsule. Yeah, we could do a capsule as well. Literally just a fucking capsule. Yeah. Anyways, lots of cool games revealed. Very cool, man. Warhammer Survivors. That's crazy. Yeah, very, very neat, man. Tons of cool games in here. There's another Don't Starve coming. We got a farming horror game called Crop. Another Risk of Rain DLC. A Rotato DLC. We got Long Gone in here. Fellow game dev streamer. Far West looks very cool. Frostpunk 2 extension, Volcano. Anno 117 extension, also Volcano. They were working together. They were working together. A Clover Pit update, I think. I just don't understand when people say like there's no games being released. Like there's no games releasing. I just don't I don't understand that. I don't understand. Just say that you hate gaming now. Like you don't like it anymore. Just say that you don't like gaming anymore. Like brother, it's been 10 years. It's been 10 years, brother. Maybe it's time to grow up. There's tons of games releasing. It's insane. Yeah, Don't Starve is very good about feedback. Very good about feedback. Don't Starve. Don't Starve. When did the OG come out for Don't Starve? That shit's been out for a long time. 2013. Bro, it's been 13 years. I still remember when Don't Starve appeared in like OG Humble Bundle. I think I swear I still remember Don't Starve appearing in like the OG Humble Bundle. Excited for Mouse PI for hire. It's coming in less than a week. Krim, don't freak out, but there's a guy called Krim who looks exactly like you streaming on YouTube. Is he in the exact same spot where I am right now? Yes, that's fucking crazy. Who would dare copy my likeness? That is insane. Is he also saying the same things I am, but like slightly delayed? Anyways, yeah. We got a few missing pieces in the game right now from an overall gameplay loop that we'll have to figure out. So I know our playable proof of concept is not going to be perfect by any means. Our first one. Our first playtest probably won't be very good. Why does this happen? Also, you know what's really funny, chat? This is the highest resolution texture in the entire game. The employee badge. Highest resolution texture in the entire game right now. It's a 1024 by 1024 texture. This is our highest resolution. If I open up the texture viewer thing, this is gonna pop up as the highest one, I'm pretty sure. How do I do that while in play? Can I do that while in play? Memory viewer.
My pants, I did.
Memory viewer. Oh wait, no, it's not the highest resolution. There's a bunch of like dev textures. Who cares about that, chat? Who cares about that? Look at this though. If we look down, ID card right here. These other things don't matter. The sky blue. Honestly, we should lower the resolution of all these things. Wait, why is the lamp still 2048 by 2048? Wait, hold on a second. We need to lower this. We have work to do. Is the lamp normal also set to a really high res? Yes. I think it's because we're like temporarily using this lamp somewhere. Also, Knight, thank you for gifting a sub to Bane. Thank you. Thank you. Can I reduce the resolution of the sky? Can I do that? I know that's probably an engine side material if I were to guess. Yeah. Oh yeah, it is. Sky clouds M. Oh, I did I reduce this? Sky blue. Bro, there's no reason for this to be this big. Like, let's be real. Get real, man. Get real. We don't need it to be that big. See, it even looks better when it's lower resolution. Hold on, let me take a look if there's any other textures in here that could potentially be downres. We have the sky stars, 512 by 512. Let's reduce that to 256. We don't need all of that. We don't need all of that, brother. For one, we don't even see it. Yet. We will at some point, but not right now. Okay, now. Let's see what our texture viewer is saying now. Dev normal. Oh, you fucker. But yeah, ID card. ID card is up here. Oh, yeah. Why does the night sky look so weird? Why is it so... Why is it so fucked looking? Either way, the dev texture is not even supposed to exist in the actual game, so I'm not too worried about that. But let's reduce it anyways. We have dev tile mask here. 512, brother. Get down rest. Does the sky texture actually cast light? I don't think the sky texture casts light, guys. I'm gonna be honest with you. Do I have to set the LOD bias for this shit to properly update? Oh, it's eating 2.7 megabytes. But why? Let's just reduce it a shit ton. Fuck it. We ballin'. Water is next up. It's at 1024 by 1024. Sure, we'll leave that one. Okay. Can a regular skybox cast light, or do you need an HDRI? I don't think the skybox casts any light at all. Unless you're talking about a skylight. Which I think a skylight... I'm not gonna talk about the subject because I don't know enough about light rendering. Ask Grok. I'm sure Grok could give a better answer. But yeah, we need the whole idea of going through and picking up items just to have to go and run to the very back to the front of the train does kind of suck. That being said, like, Lethal Company is kind of the same thing, but I think it's the fact that you get lost in a dungeon and then find your way back that can be somewhat enticing. So that part we'll have to figure out. I don't know where that item went, but it definitely did not go where I wanted it to. Okay, goodbye. I'll just ask questions about trains. I definitely can't answer those either. Look at this train. Does this look like a real train to you? If anything, it looks like a brewery. We're making fucking beer, okay? Ale. What's my train made of? Aluminum and plastic. Just like everything these days. And wood. I don't know why my computer is like running heavy. Is it the draw calls? I guess we do have quite a few. The numbers, Mason. What do they mean? Can I consume the train for microplastics? It would probably be ill-advised to do that. All right, let's get some work done. What are we doing today in this short stream? Because I got a call at 6, or I think I do. I haven't received an email about it. What does the train taste like? Probably like dirt and like dust. Maybe metal. Perhaps metal. Lots of metal. Very metallic tasting. Would not recommend. Right, we have some improvements we need to make for our ragdoll system. Yeah. Player death system. Okay, I don't know why this task is here when we have spectator/dead state. So I think we can remove this task. Goodbye. Is there anything else I need to remove in here? Multiplayer lobby? That's technically station 0. So I think we can also archive that. Main menu, join server, configure microphone settings, test button for mic playback. Yeah, we got a few of those things, at least a very I don't think you guys have seen the main menu in a long time, but here's what it looks like. Wait, where's the main menu? This is our beautiful main menu. Yes. Hell yeah. Yeah. This is it. That's it. That's the whole main menu. We literally don't need anything other than that. Wind plays at the doorways in the interiors. Right. Very low prio thing. Settings menu. We do not have a settings menu yet. Don't think we necessarily need one yet for our first test. Our first proper play test. Working on the monsters does seem to be the next big piece of the puzzle. Does seem to be the next big piece of the puzzle. So maybe we make employee 233, our guy, our one and only, make him start damaging the player. Maybe if the player touches him, maybe that could be our damaging system for now. Is just if you get touched, because he doesn't have any animations yet, so. I don't know why he runs. Why does he run away and then he runs to the door? Why do you do that? Here, let me help you. Okay, go away. Also, now that he's playing animations, we don't need to play the footstep timer that he has currently. Which is over here. We'll just make a branch for this. Make it simple. Adam, hello. How's it going, man? It's lunchtime, Krim. That means food. Hope you have a good stream. Hey, enjoy yourself, man. Bon appetit. Bon appetit, dude. Thank you again. Enjoy your meal. Good of society. Welcome, everybody. Welcome. Welcome in. Come on in. Trickle in. If you're interested. Hold on, let me see if... play footsteps. No. Okay, good. Nice. Quick little, very easy, quick rundown of what we're working on. It's a co-op horror game. Friendslop vibe game thing. Okay, he's playing the right sound effects. Although he's not really playing the right sound effects. Because it's supposed to be pitched down. Well. Oh, shit. Okay, I tabbed out of my game. We have to make it so we can actually damage him. We haven't done any of that yet. So we actually can't damage him at all. But let's make it so they can damage us. What would you call this as a term? When a player touches an enemy, they get damaged just by touching them. Is there a term for that? You know, I feel like there's a lot of games that have done that. You know, Mario, for example, OG, Minecraft. Is there like a terminology that they use when you get damaged just by touching the enemy? Collision damage? Thorns? When I think of thorns, I think of Slay the Spire. I don't know why. That's true as well. Contact damage. Oh, you know what? Okay. I like all of these, but I think I like contact damage. I like contact damage. All these terms are correct. Yeah, none of them are necessarily wrong. It's just which one do I want to go with. Deals contact damage. We'll put this in a category called contact damage. Actually, let's put it in a category called damage. Damaging. And then a subcategory called contact damage. And then underneath that, we'll make one called contact damage amount. This is the amount of damage that gets dealt during contact damage. Okie dokie. So, my game is done in a very, not very smart way. Health is client side. Yeah, I know. Listen, I know. Trust. Yeah, you don't have to look at me that way. Okay, I know. So the contact damage is going to be very interesting in that I think it's going to have to be called on client side when a monster is nearby a player and the damage themselves. Would be. I'm starting to think that actually making some stuff client side is actually just more complicated in certain situations in multiplayer. Even though you don't care too much about anti-cheat, it actually makes things a little bit more complicated. It kind of sucks. It's kind of not great. Thorns is a weird one because thorns is technically two terms. In some games, they use thorns as a way of saying when you deal damage to an enemy, they will deal some of that damage back to you as a concept of thorns. And then other places, I think, I want to say Minecraft uses thorns for armor enchantments, but when you run into an enemy, you also get damaged. So you could argue that is also the concept of returning damage rather than contact damage. What's some of the games where thorns is a thing? I think there's a couple MMOs where thorns is a thing. I feel like it is. When this becomes a major esport, it's going to be such scandals. No, I just wanted a word. Although thorns does make it so we don't have to do deals contact damage, instead we just call it B thorns. I might end up refactoring the entire damage system to be on server side anyways. I think I'm just inexperienced when it comes to client prediction at the moment, and I just need to learn that. Just get better at making it look a lot smoother on the client side is my problem, which is why I went with client side health and damage dealing, but not the best way of doing things, honestly. Did I see footage of Forza 6 on PC? That stuff looks so crisp. The only thing I saw was like a clip on Twitter about people being mad about the size of Tokyo. And then they were complaining about the size of Tokyo. And that's about as far as I saw Forza 6. That was about all I saw so far. I really need to get off Twitter. Like it was too small? Yeah, like it was too small. Like there was apparently a shot where someone was driving up and they were seeing Tokyo in the distance. It was like too small. And people were like, this is so small. Tokyo's huge. I really got... Dude, Twitter is literally just... It's just people that are angry, man. It's people that really... I do not envy any of them. Either that or they're like farming hate. I don't know, but it's like bad. It's really bad. It's really bad, man. Term they used when I was in college was contact damage and collision-based damage. Then again, I'm an UNC, so those might have changed. UNC status. Never opened the For You page? No, okay. It's not the For You page. It's when you hit the it's when you hit the magnifying glass, which brings up basically all of this, like a bunch of stuff, which I guess... Oh, wait, no, that is the For You page. I'm just looking at the top. Don't mind me, I'm stupid. It is the For You page. Really bad. Like, I rarely have bad stuff on my timeline in my following recent timeline, but I don't know why I there's like I click on it and then I read it and then I immediately regret that I clicked on it because it's like 90% of the time there's some rage bait. It's not good. Get up, Jay. Jay, has your game released yet? Is it today? It's today, isn't it? Isn't it today? Oh, it's tomorrow. Sorry, my bad. My bad. You can shoot me for that. Sticking to following is the best for my sanity. I 100% agree. So I was using Twitter because I felt like I needed to as a game developer to like do marketing and stuff. I actually feel like we're in a stage now with marketing. So here's my theory. I talked about it before. Here's my theory on marketing on social medias. Just send your clips. Send clips and information to other people that frequent Twitter and post on it and whatnot. Because they'll just repost it and talk about your game for you. And then you don't need to maintain a page. You just maintain it just for the sake of, you know, posting updates or whatever and news and whatever. But I feel like it's unnecessary to like frequent it now. You know? I don't know. Is that a good theory? The theory is that you just use other people's things and you just say, hey, you know, send them a message or something. Hey, I'm working on this. And then they can post about it. I saw people trying to recreate cakes and cry baiting for views. What if they were actually crying though? That's the problem. So the problem with all that now is now a next person comes up and is like genuinely crying because of some success or something else going on. Now they're seen as a recreating cakes. Brother, we're humans. We cry. What do you mean? Recreating cakes. Motherfucker, I cry all the time. What do you mean? What's my opinion of state tree? It's good, not just for AI. I have not tried it beyond AI behavior. I've not tried it doing anything with it that's not AI behavior yet. So I can't say. I now just quote people to call them stupid. That's about all I post now. There were moments where I'm like, maybe I should just create an alt account so I could just say things to people. But then I remember, I'm like, maybe I should just be an adult and just move on. Look at something, be like, ugh, and then move on. Make my coffee of the day. The Terminator. I know now why you cry. Game dev's a rough place, man. You spend 4 years working on something that you don't know is actually going to work out, and then you release it, and then everybody shits on you, and then you get a death threat or something. You know, it's cool times. It's cool. I'm kidding. I'm making it I'm making it sound a lot worse than it is. Okay. Contact damage. How can we do contact damage if the damaging is done on client side? And then how do we determine that the... So I guess the first thing is how do we detect collision? Do we slap... Can we use... We could have a separate circle as the hitbox. He says from his yacht, I don't have a yacht. And I also don't like boats. I don't like the water. It makes me sick. I have no control over that. I literally just get a huge migraine. Is it because of sharks? Nah. Sharks are cool. As long as they're not, you know, biting my limbs off and shit. But, you know, they're cool. He doesn't have a yacht. He has 2 yachts. Who are you talking to? Is this, listen, I'm not Gaben, okay? I'm not Gabe Newell. I don't swim in the ocean because sharks exist. No. What you should be scared about is not the sharks, okay? You should be scared about the jellyfish. fear the jellyfish. Those will come up out of fucking nowhere, sting you, and then you're like in pain for like, I don't even know how long. And then you gotta like rub yourself in tomato sauce, which I don't think actually works at all, but you know, whatever. I don't like the ocean because I almost drowned as a kid. Holy moly, that sounds like a... For clarity, that was definitely a joke. Me receiving an email. I know who this is. So I wonder, should we just put a sphere overlap on the pawn? And then it'll generate overlaps with the players. Why is the Boolean is aggressive only on... Oh, it's on the base pawn. Oh, I had a moment there. I was like, where the hell am I? Okay, so let's do this. Let's do... I guess the sphere collision. Right? We'll do sphere collision. I live in London. I don't swim in the ocean because it's gross unless I drive a very long way. For the sharks also know how to stay away. Yeah, generally I don't think you can, yeah, like, I really don't think, unless you're going like deep sea, I feel like you don't have to deal with sharks too much. Like me, someone who doesn't go to the sea that often. Like I feel like it's good to be cognizant of their existence. Don't get me wrong. It is good to be aware of the existence of sharks. But yeah. Other actor is equal to, wait, no, has tag, and I think the players have a tag called, it's either player or pawn. It's just pawn. Okay, so now we can see if they've overlapped us. Okay, it works. I feel like he's just... He really wants to go to the door for some reason. He's like super tempted. He's like, oh my god, a door! And now, where's he going now? Okay, he's just leaving. Is there something wrong with the AI navigation here? Am I supposed to... What's going on here? What's going on? Talk me through this. What's going on? What's the problem here? Like, what is... Wait, why is the luggage nullifying the navigation? That's not very good. Your stairs are not connected? Don't be fooled. They are. No, I don't think it's the staircase. Because look, he gets up here. And then I go down the staircase, and then he just... So wait, he just gets bored. He apparently lost aggro. Wait, this doesn't make any sense. And then he immediately lost aggro. Okay, something else is going on. Something else is going on. Anyways, whatever. Overlapped player. Do we want to set a like a time cooldown for? I guess we would want to set a time like a cooldown for dealing damage. Well, I feel like we would want to. Yeah, I think we would want to set a little cooldown for them to And we're going to do this in the very easiest, simplest way. Watch this. Oh yeah, a delay. Some might say this is a bad idea. I say, oh yeah? Watch this. Oh yeah, watch this. I just entered and already see the most glorious ideas. Yeah, I'm just kind of, it's just, you know, hey. That's what I do around here. That's what I do. Overlapped player enemy. Okay, so from this, is it okay to have a lot of timekeeping functions in your game? You can use timers. However, there are problems with delays. It is ill-advised to use a delay. Here I am using it. I think timers are fine. I don't think there's anything wrong with timers. Okay, so from here, we're going to want to cast to the player character. And then damage? Hold on, I got to see what this is doing. Oh, we could just do damage actor. We don't even need to do cast to. Additionally, another thing we need to do is and we want to check deals contact damage. And for now, they will only deal contact damage if they are currently aggressive. However, I could see some monsters, like, you know, you could have like a porcupine kind of monster that would deal damage even if they're not aggressive. I could see that being a factor. And that sounds like a great monster. A porcupine? Wait, am I porcupine, right? Porcupine. Yeah, porcupine. That's the one. A little porcupine monster. He just walks around. He's not even aggressive ever. He just walks around. And then if he like accidentally walks into you, well, youch! Youch! You know, that would hurt. Anyways. But for now, we're just going to do if they're aggressive. And then the impulse would be the do the forward vector. I'm going to multiply this by a certain number. Let's try 500 for now. So there's a little bit of knockback. Damage type will be contact damage, I guess will be how we call this. And then the instigator is ourselves, I guess. And then, see if this works. Guys, I have really cool news. Oh, it's because we forgot to set contact damage to true. Don't mind me, I'm just... Everybody has this moment, right? Where you set up a whole system and then you forget to set one variable. Come on, like, come on. You know, like, come on. Okay, so he ran at us, dealt damage, and then just ran away. And now I don't know where where are you going, man? Where are you? Okay, the knockback is not very strong. This should actually be a variable as well. Contact damage and knockback. Do we have mimics? We're gonna have one for the luggage, the briefcases. We will. 100%. He got stuck on the luggage. Why is he going to the door? He got bored. He got bored of me. Now he's going to the other... Why does he do this? Well, I guess we have a game state. The knockback is a bit strong. How are we running the knockback? When true, the mass of the pawn will not be taken into account. Uh-oh. That's not very good. Well, let's just reduce his the knockback amount to like half. Yeah. Yep, Shogun. Let's ditch UE5 altogether. No, I'm sure we can make the pathfinding better. I don't know why this is happening where he pathfinds to a weird spot and then he just gets bored. Well, we have a damage system. The knockback is going to have to... We're going to do some work on the knockback. Quite a bit of work on the knockback. That being said, if he hits you when you're in the train... Like, you know, not a good time. Can we get some inverse kinematics on Capsule Man for the stairs, please? But why? Why would we need that? Well, we got damaging. He just needs sound effects. He needs to go like, blah, 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 you know, something like that, because you know his tongue's out and everything. And also, he needs to be able to take damage. We need to give him a death state. Because what if he explodes from the cherry bomb? You know, like he took no damage. He also doesn't care about us if we're ragdoll, by the way, so that's another thing we need to fix. The ragdoll needs to be an extension of ourselves. Fortunately, currently they are not. I can drag myself. Look at where I'm going. I'm literally holding myself by the nape. I'm like a like a cat, tracking myself. No one can get me. I'm out of here. Yeah, I gotta fix that. Where did my crosshair go? What? I think it still thinks I'm grabbing onto myself. Oh yeah, that's what's good. We gotta stop ourselves from being able to grab ourselves. Not very good. Not very good. What's that skybox? I know. It's quite beautiful, huh? I think I'm gonna have to make like a fun custom skybox material. It's a bit more, you know, a little bit more fancy. Alright, well, we technically have damaging working. It's obviously in very early stages, but we got it. Like many things in our game, it is all in very early stages. You also can't throw anything at the monsters yet, which is kind of boring. I can't, like, you know, I can't, like, throw this at his face or anything like that. It's kind of boring. So we got some work on our hands. I'm locking the door. Deadline's in 2 weeks, Grim. Bobby is breathing down your neck. The studio wants results. Results my balls. Don't worry. We'll have this game ready in 2 years. It's all gonna be ready in 2 years. Many things in here you can have. Can you stop opening the... Just leave the... Wait, what happens if we die to a bomb? Oh, well, we'll never know. Stop. Thank you. Yeah, all right. Huh. That's interesting. It thinks there are 2 players. Who is the second player? Because on my screen, I only see 1 player. Players dead 1 out of 2. Who is the second player? Is that when we go ragdoll? I genuinely don't know how that happened. Hold on, let me try going ragdoll. Let's see if that was the key piece. Hello, I'm right here. I'm right behind you. Hey, I'm right behind you. Hey, I'm right here. Hey. Dude, I don't... He just gets bored. 1 of 1. Where did the second player... Was the second player because I clicked this button to debug and then it created its own player state? Hold on, let's see. Maybe that's... Maybe this is a non-issue. Dude, he just gets bored. He just... I don't know what to say. He's... Employee 233 has a very short attention span. He's kind of like a he's kind of a zoomer. Oh yeah, 1 out of 2. Okay, I think that is really interesting. When you go into that little debug spectator kind of mode, it creates a second player state and does not delete it. Yeah. Okay. Well, you know, sure, I guess. We have a damaging players range now, though. Now, the next thing is grabbing players. that's gonna be a lot more complicated. Grim, I got a notification that you're taking off with more than 110 viewers. Wow, that's so cool. I am not taking off. Not like NASA. Definitely not taking off. What do you mean by taking off? Like a spaceship? Taking off like a spaceship? We playing Road to Vostok? How is that game doing? How is that game doing? How is it boating? How is it boating? It seems like it's at 80%. I heard the developer basically has funding for like development for like years to come. So that's really good news. Honestly, okay, I might pick it up because it's 25% off. 1, and 2, I might just not play it yet. I'll probably not play it yet because it's probably going to get a lot of changes and content. So I'm probably just going to wait until all of that stuff comes out. You know what I mean? I feel like that's valid to do, right? Right? I watched a video and it was basically summarized by AI really badly and the rest pretty good. It was basically summarized by AI really bad, rest pretty good. Oh, okay. Yeah, making a game like that, you really like, I feel like the big thing is, yeah, AI behavior is like huge. But the other thing is like, how do you make PvE difficult for a shooting game that's first person, but also make it feel fair? Like you could follow the process of like the longer you're being spotted by like another enemy, their accuracy increases or whatever. Do those lines represent code or what do they do? The line is a variable or a reference. So this is a vector being sent here, being sent to this function called add impulse. The white line is the execution path, which I guess would be the equivalent of code going down vertically, I guess. The white is the execution line. So everything happens in an orderly fashion from the white line. I kind of like the idea that they can just snipe you out of nowhere, but I get how that can be really annoying. Yeah, that's the thing though. It's like, if you want it to be hardcore, there's got to be that hardcore element, but at the same time, like, how do you make it feel somewhat fair without like being 24/7 hugging a wall or whatever, which like most Tarkov players are doing anyways. Or how do you make it not super obvious where like the enemies just start yelling out of nowhere and you're like, what the hell is going on? What's going on? What's this? I'm getting yelled at. Okay, a big thing we got to do, by the way, is perception checklist. Spawn monsters randomly in train. We have to do this here. Yeah. Okay. Just have a survival itch and wanted to check it out while supporting. I feel like my big problem right now with Vostok is I feel like I wouldn't have... Like, how much is there to do in the game? At the moment, in its current stage. Like, I feel like I'd rather wait until there's, like, more full feeling gameplay. Like, okay, I know it's a survival game, so is there things like chopping trees to get wood to make a fireplace? Is it like that kind of... Are there those kind of mechanics or no? Because as far as I can tell from Vostok, it's like go out, loot guns, shoot AI, don't die. That's my current only perception of it, really. Oh yeah, we got to make the footstep sounds for the monster a lot deeper. How can I do that? Because we got our anim graph. Right? We have all of our little walking animations. And then in these walking animations, we have notifies for playing the footstep sounds. We could do it on a tag basis. We could do it on a tag basis. We read the actor tag, and if they're a monster. I don't know if we made... I don't know if we made a tag specifically for the AI. Let's see. Let's give them one. We could always use the actor tag pawn. Yeah, we have 0 tags there. So let's do this. So get owner is probably what we want. Then we could check if it has tag pawn. And I think the only thing we do is we also change the, we change the attenuation. So we change the attenuation so you can hear them from farther away. So if false, it's monster. If true, it's normal. And then I think we also pitch it down. Let me double check. Pitch 0.8. We could do 0.75. And that should be good. Like right now, the end game of a stock is looting as its permadeath if you die there. As a permadeath if you die there, and a hideout customizing / building from what I watched. Some story elements and tasks. I expect a major overhaul story-wise later down the road. So what you're telling me is buy the game, but hold off on it. That's what it sounded like. Because I remember I watched a couple streams of it, and I was like, I don't know if I'd play it right now. I just don't know if I'd play it right now. I really hate these lines. Ugh. When you have a function like this where you have to do a lot of inputs, I gotta say this is like probably one of the worst aspects is just the amount of stuff that comes out. This is where I think C++ kind of reigns supreme in some way. I guess what we could do is save this hit result as a local variable, which you would probably do in C++ anyways. A bit like Hightail. Hightail, I feel like, yeah, it's early, but it's in a position where they can open it up for modders and stuff. I feel like that's pretty good, right? Okay, let me see if his footstep sounds are different now. They sound different. Modding's built in mind for this too. Already got people doing stuff. Man, I wish, I know Unreal is moddable, but I feel like a lot of modders are probably way more comfortable with just doing stuff in Godot or Unity. I don't know about how true that is. I feel like every time you hear of a game that's like highly modded, you hear like, well, that's not true. You hear of games of, you hear of Bethesda games as well. Bethesda games seem to be the big one that gets modded a lot. If I fall down, does he wake up? Or... oh no. Things are not... oh no, things are looking very bad. I'm leaving. Let me up. Someone was already trying to mod custom medals in Speed Shot? No way. What are your, like, testers or something? That's kind of great. Yeah, I would like to make this game highly moddable. I feel like that would be a good thing to do. Is design it around making it moddable. City Skylines 2 was unmoddable for months, so I don't know if it's really true that modding is easier on Unity games. They use all the advanced tech? That's cool. Very cool. So you're gonna have some modded medals that are like almost borderline impossible to get. I feel like Godot right now is a very highly moddable game. Error. Considering Godot itself is a game, well, technically Unreal Engine is a game instance. It's really funny how editors work, because they're technically a game instance in and of itself, just with a lot more advanced stuff. Modding for games made in Godot/Unity or Godot and Unity itself? No. Modding games that were made in Godot/Unity. I'm playing the Epic Games launcher right now. Okay. Well, we got contact damage. Very cool. Very cool. Let me check that the bomb guy doesn't have that enabled, because he shouldn't. Okay, good. This is a good scenario where this doesn't apply to bomb guy. What came first, the game engine or the game engine? The game engine. Second one. But yeah, it was so funny when I saw that. I was like, oh, it's running its own game instance. Unity stream a few hours ago, they had 18 viewers. We're talking about lighting. I'll demonstrate firsthand how shit their lighting is. I feel like I've seen some Unity games have really good lighting. Like, it looks really good. Their viewer count is not demonstrative of anything. That doesn't really mean anything. Some of the, actually, I think I want to say all of the most popular friendslop games are all made in Unity. I think. Peak is Unity. Lethal Company is Unity. Repo is Unity. What other ones are on on the top list of friendslop games? Yeah. Game engine doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. They had 3 Unity devs not knowing why their lighting wasn't working as intended. Didn't Unreal recently have a stream where like a bunch of things didn't go well? That's just game development, man. It just happens. It just happens. I'd honestly wish that they showed more of these honest moments where things just didn't go right, because there's never a moment where everything goes right. Sure, you could just pre-record everything and then just cut out the parts where things go wrong. But there's so many times where things go wrong for everybody. I think everybody has a moment where things just don't go right. So that's it, you know? Okay, so we need to spawn the monsters in randomly. Right now we have to like pre-place at least employee 233 or John, aka John. John employee. Let's see here. Site perception. What else do we have to do on the site perception? Was there anything we needed to do for the site perception? Oh, I guess the aggro system. The aggro system, yeah. I'm sending out press keys right now. This is poop. Absolute poop. Yeah, that not a fun process, because it's like, I feel like when you send out press keys, you got to be like genuine, sending specifically an email or whatever for that person, but it's like then you got to do that like 100 times. I really wonder how many times YouTubers or, you know, people in press are actually like looking at their emails for like keys and stuff. Like, I wonder how often that even happens. Because I hear so many stories of people saying like, yeah, I sent out like 100 emails and I only got like 2 replies. So is it the game that's the problem, or like, I don't know. Is it the person that sent the email? Maybe the email wasn't good enough. I don't know. I really wonder. I really wonder. Maybe all of the above. They probably get spammed. I would not doubt that they get spammed. I feel like most times you gotta like find ways of getting in touch with press through like more private means, like maybe through Twitter, but their Twitter is only locked for people that follow them and they follow them, right? I have a strong feeling that that's the real way to get in touch with like with press. I feel like going through like more private channels. Obviously, you know, not like finding out their private emails and then emailing them out of the blue. Like, I feel like there's got to be some level of connection. How does one send them a press kit without a link? A PDF. But then they're not going to want to open a PDF because that could be a security concern, because some people have gotten hacked through PDFs. I don't know, man. Just don't even bother. Just give up. Door-to-door game sales guy. Hey, I got a game for you. I got the right game for you. We got to go back, man. We got to go back. Got to go back to old ways of marketing and sales and whatnot. It's time. I am gonna have to do some work on this monster AI to figure out why they are immediately losing focus. I have a feeling... Oh, you know what I think it's going on? I think they're reaching the location. They're reaching your location, right? And then once they do, they go to root. And then... Yeah. And then I think they're getting locked back into a different mode. I bet you if I do a bit of debugging, I'll see that this is occurring where they successfully reach the location and then they just do whatever. That's my guess. So we almost have to like check a state if they're still aggressive. So like keep doing this on under the condition has tag. But how do we read which tag they have and where do we set this tag container? We can check a Boolean. We can check on the actor is aggressive. If is aggressive is true, then transition back to aggro move to location. We might have to do a different thing on state completed. Transition to blah, 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 blah. Let's copy this condition. Can we paste that here? Yes. If aggressive is false, then go on ahead and move over to root. And I bet you that'll probably fix some stuff. I have no idea what to do for my next project. A survival idle game. There you go. Top-down, cozy survival idle game. Yes. You got the art. You got the retro art. Yes. And the low poly art. I give you 3 years. What if you collect globs? Yes, globs. Specifically globs. They're called globs. So if he reaches the location, he'll keep running at us, right? Okay, did we fix it? I think we fixed it. I think that was the main problem. He was just like losing track of what he needed to do. His job. Okay. Okay, this is just him standing on top of the briefcase and then he gets bugged out. So what happens if he hits us here? Oh. Well, very bad things happen. I'm realizing I don't know how to design anything other than a first-person game. Dude, me working on this game has made me realize if the game doesn't have shooting and combat involved, it's like I don't know what I'm doing. There's a bomb in here. There's no bomb. Honestly, I think it's a good challenge to challenge yourself outside of the bounds of your genre, but obviously doing your genre is a lot more comfortable and safer, right? It's obviously a lot more comfortable to stay within the bounds of what you know. Okay, bye glow stick. See you later. I guess you're just falling through the sky. Ha ha ha. Ha ha. I think I'd be able to design a 3D platform as well, but character design is so hard. Oh, I got rats in the train. Should I put them in the furnace? You live another day. Get out of here. I gotta make them have disgusting voice lines. Because they're too cute. Even though they're rats. Want to make a game like Metal Gear Solid 2? Then why not? Why don't you do it? Okay. Now we are... Did I record the rat sounds too? No, I did not. Sorry, ignore that. There's an explosion going off in the background. What was I saying? No, I did not record the rat sounds. I think that was from a pack. Oh, we lost an air horn. Get this guy to record sounds? Who's this? Oh, it's Will? Microphone immediately peaks. Make them say a weird male voice. Rat. Rat as their voice, as their sound. What is this? Pokemon? Squirtle. Well, Krim, turns out Hideo is really good at leading a studio with millions of dollars. You don't need millions of dollars. Just get in there and start making the game. Just get in there and start making a game. It doesn't have to be at the level of Metal Gear Solid 2. You can have something that's inspired by Metal Gear Solid 2. Come on and just get in there. If you want to make it the thing. Who's stopping you? God? Maybe. Maybe. It could be. Maybe. Ask VTubers to voice your game. I feel like most VTubers probably have their mic set up improperly, and they would probably peak their microphone as well. I feel like anytime I saw a VTuber, when they scream, their whole microphone setup just goes kabloom. That being said, my exposure to VTubers is extremely minimal, so probably like a collective 10 minutes. We should make a sound effect when you grab onto something. We don't have a sound for that. Should we do that? Thoughts? Like a little, kind of like a clothy kind of sound. Something very subtle. Something very subtle. Maybe very bassy kind of sound. Yes. I know it's a very useless thing to put in, but what if we just do that real quick? Call Germa and have him voice the monster? I don't think he would... I don't think... If I were to email him or email his agency, I think they would ask for a big lump sum of money. And I'm going to be honest, I don't got that kind of money to just like throw at a YouTuber or a streamer. Even though I love Germa, I don't know... I don't think he would do it for free, and I would not expect him to do it for free. I would, you know, I'd expect it to be like, you know, like $3,000 or something like that. I don't know, but I think he would do a great job in voice acting a monster. He's got a very like huge vocal range. Like I don't know how he's got. He could do some pretty gnarly sounds, I feel like. Let's see. We need a sound effect for grabbing things. Do we have any like bass sounds that we can maybe use in here right now? I got a bunch in my sound packs. I just want to see if I have something here. That's a flushing sound. It's not going to work. It's a wood impact sound. I'm a rat. Let go of me now. You just pitch that down. Hey, let go of me. I don't know what he would sound like. I don't know if I can go that deep. Hey. Hey. Ah. Help me with some like IGN contacts or something. Maybe it could be good. Could be. I don't know how any of that stuff works. I don't know how any of that stuff works. I literally don't know. Anytime I message anybody, I get ghosted. They message me and then I reply to them and then I get ghosted. It's really cool. It's a really cool feeling when that happens. And it happens without fail almost 99% of the time. Hey, your project looks really cool, blah, 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 blah. I respond, am I the problem? I think I'm the problem, probably. Am I the problem? My social skills are not very good. I am a problem? I know, I'm a game developer. I am a problem. I'm contributing to laziness or something. I don't know, hold on. I gotta look for a sound effect, hold on. I got this close combat pack. We got some body grab sounds. This sounds too intense. Do games that use stock sounds get less respect than games that have homemade sounds? I assure you, I assure you, 99% of players are not going to be able to differentiate a stock sound from a homemade sound. They probably won't know. There might be some sound effects that are like really commonly used in a lot of spaces that like people might be able to recognize, but most of the time, I don't think it's about stock or homemade. I think it's just, is it good? Does it fit the context of what it is? Does it sound good? Does it, you know what I mean? I think that's more so the concern. I guess I want to look for some Foley sounds. Any Suits watchers? I actually have not seen that show. Am I a bad person? Let me see if I can... Oh, actually, hold on. Let me pull up my actual thing. Please don't tell me to log in. Please don't tell me to... Hold on. How did I hire them then? When you search up suit for hire, you get like the weirdest results on Google. Well, you don't get the weirdest. I think my game pops up as the first one, but... let's see if we can find advanced search grab. Body grab. Okay, so we still have the body grab stuff. Brick grab place. Ooh. Oh, these sound good. These sound really good. These sound good too. Oh, hold on. Here. Listen to this. Okay, which one do you guys think is better? This one? Or this one? This would be a sound for like just grabbing things. I think this one's more generic, which is nice. And then if we want to get really like, you know, specific, then we can. Why is this so quiet? Okay, we're gonna use this one. Yeah, we'll use this one. I open the library car, you'll have wood floor sound, footstep sounds, and then carpet sounds when on the carpet. I think we already do. You'll even have wow. We'll even have like when you step on papers. I want to make the papers sound like a different sound. I want to have it so we have papers. So like when you step on a paper, it'll kind of like sound like a rustle. I want physically based sounds. I do want to do stuff like that where it's like if you throw a metal can at carpet, it'll sound more dulled. But then if you throw a metal can at like metal, like the furnace, for example, I want it to sound more like bright. I do have plans for that at some point. I think that'd be really cool to do. Necessary? No. Cool? Yes. Anyways. What is this first sound? I can't click on it. Dude, click here? No. Okay. Yeah, whatever. Okay. So we'll select this beginning one. Okay. Websites that time out in 15 minutes and then require you to log in with a passcode again. Bane of my existence. You say that, Jay, but honestly, I'd rather that than like my entire shit getting hacked and then nothing saves you. I actually think now I'm okay with the website timing out and like logging you out automatically, and then you have to do like the whole authentication process and everything. It's annoying for the user, but if you get hacked or something were to happen and they steal your like auth key and shit like that, whatever, blah, 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 I'd rather a website just time out immediately. I actually think we want the peak of the sound here. I was thinking we start from the beginning, but hey, let's try it. How many voice lines could you give the rats? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Hold on, let me find my stuff here. This is going to be called generic grab. Start grab generic underscore 01. Okay, I don't want to do the really loud ones. I want to pick the quieter ones. Dude, how do I start the thing from the very beginning of the loop? Sure. Whatever. We'll just do this. It might be a bit too soft, but let's export this one as well. And then let's do like a fourth sound. Because this is a pretty frequent sound, I feel like. No, don't like that one. Don't like that one either. Ooh, that was too loud. Hold on. This is the last one. Generic. Wait, where? Hello? Where's my date? Where? Windows! Generic G, A, B, no, start grab S. Start grab generic 04. Crim, what's that on your shirt? What? What? Is there a spider on my shirt? I don't know. Listen, my dad got me this shirt from like he went to like a conference and they gave it to him for free and then he gave it to me. So it's just comfortable. So I'm like, all right, sure. I don't buy clothes. I'm not a person who buys clothes. Isn't that like a wormhole illustration? I don't know, man. This is probably some like random AI bullshit. I don't know what it is. Another startup that's probably going to go out of business. I literally don't know what this shirt is, okay? Okay, start grab generic. Going to create a single queue. And we'll put this in the audio folder. And then we'll go here, slap a modulator into it. We'll do master. We gotta like properly make this stuff. We don't have any of that stuff yet. We'll give it some attenuation. I don't know, footstep sound, I guess. Okay, and then slap the location. Start grab generic. Okay. Cool. This won't be replicated. That's okay. Not too concerned about it. It's subtle, but I would expect like when we grab into a handle, I feel like when we grab onto a handle, I expect a completely different kind of sound. With like tiny items, I feel like it makes sense. But with like grabbing onto handles, I feel like I'd expect it kind of like a different kind of sound. Oh, he's angry and he can't get through the door. No, we're gonna definitely give, I think, a different sound for stuff. It's just this is the generic kind of sound for now. Hey. Why are there a bunch of like copy pastas in chat? What's going on? Ah. Yeah, I feel like we need to have different context sounds. But I do like it. I like the grab sound. I think it's just, it's a good feedback. It gives good feedback that you grab something. But I think it's just, we need different sounds for different types of stuff. You know what I mean? For something like bandage, it makes sense. We also need different loading sounds. We have a very sci-fi kind of sound. Time to buy more sounds. Well, not really buy more sounds. We just need to look through all of our sounds and find the ones. How is it that he can spot me? He literally does not see me, so how is he spotting me? How did you see me? Hmm? How did you see me? Alright, fine. We're going to the one place you can't do anything. The staircase. Because the navigation mesh is broken here for some reason. Yeah, I like the sounds. I think we just need different... We just need different things. Yeah, I think I like the grabbing sounds. We just need different grabby sounds. That makes sense for the context. Do the monsters react to door opening sounds? No, they do not. They don't react to a lot of sounds yet. Like throwing objects, they don't really react to thrown objects yet. I think the only sound they react to is explosions. I think that's about it. There's still a lot of work to be done on that front. Yeah, I'm trying to glitch out of the game. So yeah, there's not a lot of sounds that they react to just yet. But they will. In due time. I wonder how we can... Okay, so obviously sound is going to make him sound creepier. It'll add to it, but how do we make him look creepier? Should his head, like, stare at you or something? Maybe his animation? Why is it that he can't deal damage? Oh, he can. He just wasn't able to get me. Yeah, I wonder how we can make him look visually creepier. I've never made a horror game, so I don't know how to make... This element will be a new thing for me. Maybe he's scary looking enough, it's just the sounds are going to accompany it quite a bit. And also the music. We gotta put some tension, some sort of tension music. This is my best friend. All right. Okay. The next thing on the chopping block. What did we even do? Oh, we just added a little grab sound. Ah, yes, of course. The grab sound. The monster aggro system has a lot of work that we need to work on. Like right now, he always knows where you are, even if you lose line of sight. So that we'll have to figure out. Yeah. Hold on, I gotta check my email. Give me a sec. All right, next piece of the puzzle. What do we got on the next piece of the puzzle? Okay, bomb guy needs to be replicated. It should be relatively straightforward. Just needs to be a multicast call. And then the explosion needs to be replicated as well. Yes. We have not gotten started on the vent overheating task. That being said, though, our current problem with the vents in the game right now is, besides getting away from monsters, I guess, there's no real inherent purpose for them right now. There's no, like, purpose to go into a vent. So, I think we should have an item that spawns in here. Have a chance for an item to spawn in here. I feel like that'd be pretty good. We should have some item spawns that can occur in there. And then that way players will feel the need to go through the vents. This game is brutal. I got a rupture and bleed out and lost all my shit. I'm guessing you're talking about Vostok. Road to Vostok. You know something I have not done, which I really should do soon? I have not packaged a build in a while. I haven't packaged a build in a while. It's been a long time since I packaged a build, which is really not good. Really not good. We really should make falling not... I don't think falling should be an instant death. Because falling can happen at any point. Another thing, which I think is a big quality of life, you can't grab onto anything when you have like a light out. I think there should be certain items where you can grab onto stuff even if you're holding an item. You know what I mean? Like, this is kind of annoying. Having to take out your flashlight to then grab onto something. Not very fun. Kind of just a nuisance, to be honest. We could just make it so it shows a different hand. It shows the left hand. We inverse the thing and then make it so you can still grab onto it. Maybe you can't grab onto things as strong. Maybe your ability to grab on things is weaker. People have two hands. I know. It's crazy. I know. It's an insane thought. So I think that would be a really big, nice thing to do for the playtest. Yeah. What happened to that? Did you guys see a plunger that was right here? There was a plunger right here, right? Huh. Could it, do any of the vents go around the doors? Could be a door's broken, no time to fix, let me use the vents. There is a whole task where doors get jammed, but currently no vents lead outside, but that could be really cool. I think that'd be great. Like this one, for example, could be like a vent that leads outside. Definitely a cool idea. And we could definitely do that. Like right here. Have a different wall type that could be like a connection to the outside. We have an interior door connection, but not an exterior door connection. Let's model that real quick. Why not? Screw it. Hey, peace out, Bane. Rest well. Have a good one. Rest well. Let's see here. It's probably in train cabins. Yeah, probably somewhere in here. Okay, so we have the vent entrance right here. So we need an alternative version that is, I guess, inversed, basically. So I guess we'll just take this piece and duplicate it. Does it not have a name? It does. It is called Cabin Outer Walls Thick Vent Entry. Did it not duplicate with the collision? I don't know if there's a collision box for the... Oh, there is. We've already selected it. Okay, so we'll duplicate that real quick. Let me check that that's parented. Okay, it is. Very good. We are going to do vent entry... Cabin, outer walls, thick, vent entry, out. Really, my, the descriptions for this stuff is, well, let's just say it's not very good. Let's just say it's not very good. It's not the best thing in the world, I will say. Nice. This does mean, I guess we need a T connection? Yeah, we don't have a T connection. We got a corner straight. We don't have a T. We need a T. A T? No, not like a... No, not that kind of T. No, like a... We need like a... We need... Whatever, man. How does this connect to this piece? I prefer coffee. All right. Everybody has lost their privileges. Everybody's speaking privileges has been revoked temporarily. We're not talking about the drink, okay? Human privileges? No, speaking privileges. It's a little different. Okay, so we'll take these pieces. Okay. All right. And then I guess this piece, I'm gonna want to do something like that. And then this piece, I guess we'll do something like this. That's fine. And then we'll extend that further. No problem. I'm sure that's no problem. Oh, 5 push-ups? This is a crazy looking monster. Yeah, I know. It's called Blender. Wow. We should make a monster that like looks like an item, but it's actually just a monster. We can call it the blender. It's just a blender. It's literally just a blender. Funniest thing I've ever seen. It's like a Rick and Morty moment. All right, so now I need a collision piece for this wall. Am I making ducts? I'm adding a duct that allows us to exit the duct from the outside or enter from the outside. Okay, so this will be a UBX, a box. This is a UCX, and these three UBX. And that is the collision for the vent entry out, which I might need to re-UV unwrap. Yep. Yeah, I'm sure it's fine right there. You should fix the clip start of your viewport camera. Z fighting is ugly. The clip start of my viewport camera? I don't think clip start fixes the Z fighting, does it? Have I used the world partition anything like in Superfire? I don't use the world partition. I just use the level streaming. I've never used the like open world thing, whatever you call it. I don't think so. Like I don't think I have used it. Don't I have a custom button to export? Oh, quick favorites. I keep forgetting that's a so let's go to cargo. Cargo is the one where you have the vent, where we want to add this in. Let's find a wall piece. Okay, so it would appear I modified the wrong UV map, but that's okay. I think I needed to do that anyways. Yes, quick favorite. I'm gonna have to remember that. That's a good ass button. So that's the interior. Then we need the exterior walls. And then I need metal, which I think is this one. I don't remember. Or maybe this one. Or maybe this one. And maybe this one? Oh, I think it's this one. It's also stretched, so I gotta UV unwrap this as well, but that's okay. That's fine. We can get past that. You know, Thomas, game's coming along great. It's getting there. It's getting there. We're we're getting there. Why isn't this piece exporting? Let me try applying it. Export again. Okay. Our collision for that piece is not... Oh, it has UBX at the beginning. We want it to be UCX because it's a complex collision. I'm surprised it did not rename it. I'm surprised it did not rename it. There we go. Okay. Now, we have our entry. Let's say here is going to be one of the exits. Now, of course, we do need to make a T section. We don't have that yet. Also, this panel is scaled incorrectly. Of course it is. This piece is also UV'd incorrectly. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I need a 3-meter piece. Okay, great. I guess I'll do a 2-meter piece and then a 1-meter piece. It's fine. No one's going to notice how horrible that looks. Why is that smoothed? Whatever. What's the difference with the 1500 collision things? UCX is a complex collision. UBX is like a box. If it's like this angled and modified and everything, and you try to import it as a box, it does not work. So it has to be UCX. Yeah, so it is a little specific. Okay, now what we need from here though. Oh, what the heck? Did I mess up the collision on the straight piece? I think I did. That does not look right. It's not a huge problem, but we should probably fix this. Call this the T connection. We'll grab everything here, convert to box because it has to be named the correct thing, and it's not renaming it. Which I guess maybe it'll be fine. Maybe it'll be fine. Yeah, it could be fine. It might be fine. Might be fine. Okay, so this is a T connection. Export this. I forgot about quick export again. Click here. I think I also forgot to delete the collision that was there. There we go. All right. Random question again for your games. How do you make sure that sounds and music are equally loud? Is there some kind of mixing process you go through? I just go by ear a lot of the time. But I also, I don't know, there might be an internal system for this now in UE5. I have a, this app or this software called Orban Loudness Meter. I just turn this thing on and then I start doing some play testing and then determine which things are like a little bit too loud. And then this will give me the actual like values for stuff. So that's something you can do as well. There's probably an actual thing like a volume mixer in UE5 now. There was not in UE4 as far as I know. So yeah. All right, so we got ourselves a T connection. Let's take a look at the player collision real quick. Looking good. We got the vent that goes outside, the ramp right there. Okay. Very cool. Now, it doesn't make sense that a vent just directly leads outside. So we will need some sort of like, I don't know, maybe a physics object that you have to like open up or something. Something you got to open up. It doesn't make sense that this is just out in the open. I feel like it's got to have something here. Maybe like a vent that you got to break. Maybe you got to like break a vent off by like pulling it off. But then that makes a really loud noise. I could see that being kind of cool. Never did any kind of mixing on those? Yeah, don't get me wrong. I haven't done any like really professional stuff. But I just do it by like ear and then looking at the loudness meter whenever something sounds really off. So definitely not very professional. I haven't done any like proper sound ducking or anything like that. That's a big problem in Suit for Hire, is there's a lot of muddiness that happens because of ooh, kind of creepy. Anyways, now we got a vent that goes outside. And it can go inside. Alright. That does add a little bit of value to the vents. I do think we need something here to, like, close this off. Am I adding the vents that I'd like to reduce the feeling of linear pathing you talked about some days ago? Yes, that, and also getting around certain monsters. So it's kind of like a spot for hiding. Although I'm going to make some monsters that are small enough, like, be able to crawl in here. Like, I don't want this to be a permanent safe space. And then additionally, if the players camp in vents too long, I want to make it so they start overheating. And then you got to, like, do a maintenance task to, like, stop it from overheating. Otherwise, you, like, cook in here and die. They're a permanent safe space. Ideally, I wouldn't want, like, a permanent safe space, right? Like, I'd want everything to have a little bit of something. I'm seeing a little bit of, like, something there, which I'm not happy about. Am I going to use screen space GI or screen space reflections? I think we are using screen space reflections. Although I feel like it's really unnecessary for the project. SSGI, I don't have it enabled, but I'll maybe put it in as a setting. Yeah, currently, like, there's a bunch of safe spaces, right? There's a lot of things that you can kind of... You can just jump in a spot that's inaccessible and the monsters can't get there. So there are... You know, I do want to make some monsters, like... platform and whatnot. So yeah. Who's that blue guy? This is one of our first monsters. John. Employee 233. John employee. I thought he was normal? Yeah, that's the point. You're gonna think he's normal until he turns to you. You're gonna think you're gonna think it's one of your friends, but then you find out it's not. You're caffeinated. That's the whole point of him, is making you confused. Yeah, cool. I like that. A little vent that accesses the outside. Very cool. Yeah, a big problem of mine is the exploration in the game. It's going to be a very... Because it is so linear in nature, I don't really know how or if getting lost on the train is going to be a factor. Now, we could add some, like, portal train cars where it's like you get teleported to, like, a different area that's like a lot larger. So you don't really see that from the outside, but... You should make his movement more random, not just lines. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff we're going to probably do to movement in general. Yeah, I think I know which level you're talking about, Phoenix. I'm pretty sure I've seen gameplay of that level. I shudder to think what the previous 232 looks like. Probably like 233. Like John, but maybe slightly different. Yeah, I think the monsters are going to add a lot. I think that's the missing piece right now in the gameplay loop, is the monsters. Obviously, there's a lot of other gameplay design elements that need to be focused on, but I think that's the... Currently, that's the biggest piece of the puzzle. And then the rest is like managing the train and stuff needs to be a lot more fine-tuned. The quota system needs to be put in. Yeah. Alright, anyways, I gotta get ready for a call, and I gotta eat, and all that. So, good stream. What did we get done today? We had some grabbing sounds. Very fun. We... What else did we do? I don't remember. Did some stuff with a monster, I think? Oh, the monster can damage us. He's got contact damage, or thorns, or proximity damage, or collision damage. So that's good. Yeah. We gotta do a test soon, because this is getting a little out of hand. How about a series of tubes? You can step in and get sucked up into a tube and taken to another cart. I wonder if it's a good idea. Maybe we could... I wonder if taking a little element of repo in the sense where there's not just like one objective, but they're scattered throughout the level. I wonder if we could take that element and make it so there's like multiple furnaces that you gotta fuel up on the train. So not just the front of the train, but multiple areas. I wonder if that would maybe be interesting. Could maybe break things up a little bit. I don't know. That does mean we'll need specific cars for those specific instances, though, which is not great. Not great at all. Our level generation stuff doesn't really complement that idea very well. Yeah, we'll see as we do more play testing. We'll be able to determine where big problems are in terms of the game design. Yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna hop out. I'm gonna get something to eat. Yeah, I gotta get ready for a call that I got coming up. So, on that note, I'll see you guys on tomorrow. Do I have anything going on tomorrow? I think I have a call in the afternoon. I got noon. So, once I'm done with that, I'll be able to go live later in the day. Okay. Yeah. Peace out, everybody. Have a good one, and see you tomorrow. Let me double check. Hold on. Yep. Tomorrow. Yeah. See you guys tomorrow. Thanks for dropping by. Thanks for lurking, chatting, sticking around. We'll get more work, more stuff done tomorrow, huh? Yeah. Maybe some more monsters. Maybe we work a little bit on music, tension, some tense sounds. Little jump scare moments. I kind of like what Repo does when it's like the camera zooms in on a monster or something. That could maybe be something we could work on. We do have to work on all that stuff. Maybe. All right. Goodbye. See you tomorrow. Have a great day.